Alrighty, we are live. Sorry, a bit out of sorts here. Let's see which. Guess that'll work. Merry Christmas to you all. It's the Christmas Eve version of Robert G. That is crazy, sir. Merry Christmas to you as well. That is way, way too much money. Thank you very much, though. Much, much appreciated. And thank you for dropping by. I understand. You know, if you're going to do a hit and run, that kind of hit and run is the best one to do. That is crazy. Thank you so much. Very, very humbled by that. I will try to be worthy of your support. Alrighty, so what do we got today? What do we want to do? This is the Ramsey Show Aftershow show, live from Columbus, OH. And today, I know I used to sing all the time on my show, but it gets copyrighted and then I don't get any money at all for the episode. And so thought we would do a song today, and I'm going to have Aubrey recorded this for me last Christmas. And I sang along with it, the backup parts. She's the singer, obviously. Much better singer than I am. She's a choir director, and it is kind of a choiry version of the song. So, but it's pretty cool. All I Want for Christmas Is You, and that's a lot of people's favorite Christmas song. It is very, very good. And so let's see. Let's make sure it's all working. Got sick on the cruise. Oh my goodness. Something you ate? Very deserving of it. God bless. I hope to be deserving of it. I'm glad you think so, sir. Thank you so much again. Merry Christmas to you and yours. Alrighty. Oh, also, I will be doing the show tomorrow as well, as far as I know, unless I get a last minute invite by family or friends to something. If I don't, I'll just be home anyway, so why not do an after show after the Ramsey Show replay? All right, so let's try this. Okay, and the way I have to do this, don't know. Let's see. Test. Okay, let me give myself a little gain here. I apologize. For some reason, the test. There we go, into the yellow. That's where we want to be. And I'll check. Let's check this. That doesn't have quite enough either. Kick some gain up into that. I apologize for the delay. Should have had all this done ahead of time, but I actually forgot about it. Gain and a little bit. There we go. All right. And I might be a little too loud now. I'll just sing quieter. Since she's the star, for sure. Let's see. Yep, there was it. There it was. Alrighty. And let's try it. Sing along. You know the words. They're on the screen, so everybody sing along.
I don't want a lot for Christmas. There is just one thing I need. I don't care about the presents underneath the Christmas tree. I just want you for my own, more than you could ever know. Make my wish come true. All I want for Christmas
Shout out to Obs, by the way.
is you. I don't want a lot for Christmas. There is just one thing I need. Don't care about the presents underneath the Christmas tree. I don't need to hang my stocking there upon the fireplace. Santa Claus won't make me happy with a toy on Christmas Day. I just want you for my own, more than you could ever know. Make my wish come true. All I want for Christmas is you. You, baby. Oh, I won't ask much for Christmas. I won't even wish for snow. I'm just gonna keep on waiting underneath the mistletoe. I won't make a list and send it to the North Pole for St. Nick. I won't even stay awake to hear those magic reindeer click. 'Cause I want you here tonight, holding on to me so tight. What more can I do? All I want for Christmas is you. You. All the lights are shining so brightly everywhere, and the sound of children's laughter fills the air, and everyone is singing. I hear those sleigh bells ringing. Santa wants to bring me the land of Santa takes me. Oh, I don't want a lot for Christmas. This is all I'm asking for. Just want to see my baby standing right outside my door. I just want you for my own, more than you could ever know. Make my wish come true. All I want for Christmas is you. All I want for Christmas is you, baby. Just want you for Christmas, you, baby. Just want you, baby. All I want for Christmas, just you.
Right. Thanks so much for that, Obs. Much, much appreciated. And maybe we can do one live one day. We'll see. Let's see how good that mix was. How was that mix if anybody's watching right now? Hopefully that was pretty good. I'll listen later. Market report. So like a half day of trading today. And as you can see, Russell Small Cap Index up 1%. 1.35% for the NAS, winning again over the S&P 500. So that's what I'm saying. You people that are just doing S&P 500, yeah, that's better than nothing. But why are you constantly leaving money on the table by not also investing in the NASDAQ? I get it, where some people don't want to try to find the managed funds that beat both of these. And there are plenty out there that do. But some people just want to be lazy and they think it's safer and so forth. But if you are doing that with just the S&P 500, why wouldn't you do that with the NASDAQ as well? Because that has beaten the S&P 500 12 out of the last 15 years. So that's the king of the block right now since then, and that has most of your tech stocks in there, and so that's why people love their tech. Dow Jones up 0.91%, so almost 1%. And again, I tell people all this all the time, that this is how you want to look at it. So if this is 1%, and in the S&P 500 and NASDAQ even more than 1%, for the year, if it does 1% average a month, then that equals the 12% that the market should be making. S&P 500, 10 to 12% historically. And so that would make that. And so just in one day, you have gotten that. And granted, sometimes it'll be more than 1%, sometimes it'll be negative. And so, but all that has to average out to at least 1% per month or so, right around in there. Because you can still get the 10% with it being less than 1% average per day. Let's see, we got no earnings calendar happening. We got the most followed single stocks on the Google, probably the most up today. Yeah, big Tesla, 7.35%. And so, if you have a managed fund, sure, it's going to be down if you have a managed fund that has more Tesla than some of these other Magnificent Seven stocks. The one that is missing out of the Magnificent Seven here would be NVIDIA, and that was up big as well. So if you have NVIDIA and Tesla, and you have more of NVIDIA and Tesla than it does some of these other ones, then you're going to be way up more than 1.35%. You could be up approaching 2%. They probably have NVIDIA on here somewhere. Let's see. NVIDIA. Oh no, 0.39. I thought I saw it up higher earlier. Yeah, it did, and it chilled out at the end of the day. Just chilled out, but still up. And of course, here's your after hours trading, where it went under, but now it's back positive. And so we'll see next trading day, of course, Thursday, the 26th. Markets closed tomorrow. They'll buy more and sell more on Thursday. That really didn't rhyme. What else? Anything else here that's interesting? The ones that are over 1% is Apple, Amazon, and the Meta. All right, got a couple stories before we get to questions from CNBC. Biggest banks sue the Federal Reserve over annual stress tests, and Federal Reserve does do a stress test with banks to see how they can meet their needed funds. I think that's what it is. Let's find out. And CNBC is fabulous because they put key points up here, so you don't often have to read the article. A group of banks and business groups are suing the Federal Reserve over the annual bank stress test, saying the current process falls short of its goals. Okay. The suit comes from Bank Policy Institute, which represents big banks like JP Morgan, Citigroup, Goldman Sachs, as well as the American Bankers Association, Ohio Bankers League, OH, the Ohio Chamber of Commerce, and the U.S. Chamber of Commerce. Okay, I didn't know Ohio was specifically involved here. Interesting. The legal action follows the Fed saying it is looking to make changes to the bank stress tests. Okay. So, I mean, they might have said they're looking to make changes. It might be too late. And so maybe they're not moving fast enough on that. And so that's what the thing is. I mean, the stress test is to make sure that the banks are solvent, or not, don't go insolvent, to make sure the banks stay above the board there. Oh, let's see. Yeah, so I think that's all we need from that. And we have, let's see, come on, start so I can stop you. There we go. The stressed Amazon delivery driver dumps 80 packages in a wooded area. According to the police, Lakeville Police Department in Massachusetts finds 3 large tote bags of unattended items. Yep, so the driver, I guess, pulled over there and was like, doo, doo, doo. Yeah, I delivered those. Although I think they have to, don't they have to take a picture of it on there? I think Amazon requires doing that. Don't they have to take a picture of where they put it at your door? Let's see. Just days before the holidays. Upon further investigation, Sergeant Sean Robert, I only have one first name. This person has 2, Sean Robert, determined that they were 3 large totes full of Amazon packages that were spread out several feet into the woods. Police officers loaded the totes onto a pickup truck and... Where'd it go? Brought them back to the Lakeville Police Department, where they inventoried about 80 packages. Amazon driver then visited the police department the following day and reported that they left the packages on the side of the road at about 7 p.m. on Saturday because they were stressed. All right. How old is this driver, I'm wondering? Packages have since been returned to Amazon Distribution Center. Great, so it can get to the person that it wanted to, hopefully, that wanted it, hopefully in time for Christmas. At the time, not seeking criminal charges and considering this a human resources matter for Amazon. Indeed. Indeed, although they did have to get involved. So... let's see. Teamster drivers has expanded their strike against Amazon, right. And, and nobody's saying it's not going to be stressful, especially around Christmas time. But hey, you signed up to deliver packages, and when are there going to be the most packages? Probably right before Christmas Day. So I'm stressed is not an excuse for anything. You're doing your job. So I mean, if you want to quit, go ahead and quit. Take the truck back and say I quit. But you being stressed, you took the job. You took the job. All right, let's get into some questions. Did this one yesterday. It just raised my hackles here. Arctic Jill, so I'll go over it a little bit again. Stories from Dave's baby step book are mostly leveraging on housing price rise. What if I don't have a mortgage but huge debt? Is the advice still good? And it is, he read Baby Steps Millionaire, which may be the whole problem, because guess what? You're not ready for Baby Steps Millionaire. How about you really read the Total Money Makeover first? Unless, this is a person, Jill thought she was, I'm doing good with money, so I'm ready for the Baby Steps Millionaire. But unfortunately, it doesn't tell you that. I'm assuming at the beginning of the Baby Steps Millionaire book, it says it shows you the baby steps. So I would imagine the list of the baby steps would be in there. But this person apparently didn't bother with them and just went on to mistakenly interpret it that, well, maybe they did look at it, because if they saw step 6, pay off your home early, oh, I don't have it, and I don't have a house. And if they also interpreted it incorrectly and didn't realize Mr. Ramsey is the no debt guy, they said leveraging on housing price rise. You don't leverage on it. You don't leverage it. To leverage it, you would have to take out a HELOC or some other kind of loan on it. You would have to get, after you paid it off, you would have to get another mortgage or get a HELOC on it. And you don't leverage. Nobody said anything about leverage in the Baby Steps Millionaire book. None of that is in there. So you're making up stuff, person. Jill. Let's see. And so will this book still be applicable to me? Yes, because you don't understand anything about it, apparently. So you need to reread it, all of it, and not just pick the parts you want. and understand it. Or you could just look up the baby steps and read these, and and you don't assume, well, I got to do all these at the same time. Don't assume that. It would be better to assume that you do them one at a time, which you do with step 1, 2, and 3, but 4, 5, and 6 you do all at the same time as each other. But at no point are you leveraging anything. Like, for example, you do not leverage your mortgage. You don't leverage your mortgage by keeping it around and not paying it early and investing more than 15%. You don't leverage your house that way. You don't do that. You don't wait to pay off your house and have more than the full emergency fund in savings. You don't do that. So you read it wrong, or understanding impaired, who knows. Mr. Ramsey uses small words in his book so everybody can understand it. It's very easy to understand. So I don't know what happened there. And still 22 comments. I think I said yesterday, 22 comments. So hopefully somebody set that person right, because there's no leverage. Dave is the no debt guy. You should have got that also from any one of their books, I would imagine. But apparently not for Jill. Arctic Jill. Maybe she's too cold to understand things. Alrighty. Biweekly pay in every dollar. DC Homie 2013. Yo, yo, yo. Go Commanders. After a few months of falling off the wagon, I'm assuming the budget wagon, the baby step 2 wagon, the Ramsey wagon, my wife and I are doing a reset for our budget in January. Our issue is that my income is every 2 weeks, meaning that, for example, we will pay February rent with money earned in January. I know that in theory, it all balances out over the course of the year, but this schedule has never worked as well for me as twice monthly. Would appreciate any strategies and advice on how to set this up so we can get back on track. I don't know how you would do that in every dollar. You can do it ahead of time, like you say. You can do it so that you are a month ahead. That unfortunately is going to leave you a month ahead, basically. And so at that time, while you have money sitting in the bank for a month, while you wait for the next month to roll over so you can pay your stuff, you're not paying debt off early, or paying extra on the house, or doing investing or whatever. So it just depends. But as far as how a bi-weekly pay in every dollar would work, I don't know. You could put it in as every week. If that's screwing you over, you could put it in as half of it every week. And so, yeah, exactly how it works in there, I do not know. Baby step 3 flare, so that's fabulous. But that keeps you from filling up if you're delaying it by a month, you're instead of having it go like right down to the wire, which you don't need to do. If you get paid and then that paycheck is not enough to pay for everything you owe before you get the next paycheck, then of course you got to save some from the previous paycheck for that, instead of sending it to debt, or in this case putting it in baby step 3. But if you do that, you would still have access to it to get it out, and then say, oh, we put too much in there, we need that for the rent or house payment or whatever that is. But yeah, exactly how it works in every dollar, I don't know. I use a spreadsheet, and that does exactly what I want it to do, so I don't have to try to figure out how to do something like that in an app. Pebble Beach 93. I paid off $6,000 of credit card debt in dose. I don't remember what month it is. Semana is week. I can't remember what months are in Spanish. Okay, but that's great. 6K in 2 months. Fabulous. Hey, that's 3K per month. Fabulous. I only pay rent and my car is paid in full. Excellent. Throughout this whole thing. I mean, it's not a whole thing. 2 months is not a whole thing, really. But, I mean, I guess it wasn't fun while you were doing it and not buying anything else. I get it. I can't help but thank God I don't have a car payment. Indeed, that makes it, I would have made it take longer for sure. And the average person does have a car payment, and so it makes it take longer. And a lot of times the solution is to sell the car, but you didn't have to because I already paid off. I'd be doing this twice as long, indeed. And still, even 4 months, that's really good to be done with that. Even though most people it takes 2 years. But to do this, I not only had to change my spending behavior, I had to change my mindset. Indeed, that's part of baby step 0, which I'll be doing. I will be doing the missing baby steps video. We'll be doing this weekend, I promise. I will be doing that because there is no college football game on. And of course, no new Oak Island shows either, so I don't have to do anything with that except retro recaps, but those don't take that long. So I will be doing that, the missing baby steps, baby step 0, which there's a whole bunch of different components in that, tons of them, in fact. And then baby step 3 is not here either, and not even on the Ramsey version of it. Although I do love to tell the story of the day that I opened this up, because I always open this page up so I can refer to it on my stream. And so I opened it up in the morning, and then for some reason it closed, and then by the time I did the stream, it wasn't on there, I think, is how that happened. And so, I mean, I thought they were going to, this was like in February, and I thought they were going to maybe change it to have step 3B in there. And like I said, I did see it in there. And I thought they were going to have it for like the May, put it out in May, or change it in May, when they did the update to the Total Money Makeover that came out in May. But not in there. So maybe they just wanted to see how it looked and it got accidentally added to it. Don't know, but it was right there in between them. And it was, they were spread out. They were a little bit smaller. And maybe somebody said they don't like the way it looks or something. So, where were we? Change my mindset, right. And that's part of baby step 0. I went from let's have fun to I've had my fun, time to pay the piper. Indeed. Indeed, you get a lot of that about people reading the baby steps and like, oh, there's a lot of rules for doing stuff. Where's the nuance? The nuance was before you apparently Googled something that suggested Dave Ramsey to you. And so if you had to Google something that suggested Dave Ramsey to you, that was probably because you're in debt. And if you Googled it, that means you're worried about it. And so if you're worried about it, that means you had to do something about it. So you did. And so the time before was the nuance time. You had your chance to do it correctly. You failed. You can certainly not do the Dave advice and try it yourself for longer if you want, but that's just going to make it take longer for you to screw up again, probably, and come back again and finally try it Dave's way. So when you try it Dave's way first and save yourself time. Millions of documented success stories for Mr. Ramsey and this advice. That meant no eating out, no traveling, no going to bars or clubbing. In general, I drank a lot less alcohol. Well, that's good to do anyway. Alcohol can lead us to make bad decisions, that much is certain, such as giving in to my late night cravings and ordering sushi on Uber Eats. Yep, all that, tick, 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 all that, the money keeps going up that way. Spending keeps going up. Buying clothes online or booking spontaneous weekend trips to Vegas. All right. I had previously taken out a balance transfer credit card to stop the... Yeah, that doesn't stop anything. If you take out a credit card to pay off a credit card, that's not stopping anything. Let's see what else is going on here. To stop the bleeding on interest. Yeah, well, you need to bleed on interest. You need to feel it so you pay the dumb debt off. Canceling this card now that the grace period is over and I don't intend to do it again. Prolonging the problem is not going to solve the problem, that much is certain. Glad you figured that out. I have to buy a car in the next few months, and I must say it's going to feel a lot better saving for it without the thought of debt on my back. Absolutely. Absolutely, but I would still challenge this person. You said you have to buy a car. I see up here it says my car is paid in full. So unless something is wrong with that one, you don't have to buy it. You're choosing to buy it. So I would challenge somebody. I always have a challenge, at least one challenge for everybody. And of course, they don't have to take, all of the advice. They don't have to go as gung-ho as I suggest. Of course, as when I do the one-on-one consultations, when I have a client, I meet them where they're at. And I tell them the right advice to do. And then if they refuse to do that, then I tell them the second best way to go about it. That kind of thing. No excitement 496. Should I go into debt to buy a second home? That's a no. And how you figure this out is you listen to a lot of Dave Ramsey, and you hear him say a second house or a vacation house, a beach house, all that is a toy. So to buy a toy, what do you have to do? You have to not have debt. Got to be at least on baby step 4, and you have to pay for it all in cash. So that's a no, I'm going to guess. Let's see. There's a house on sale I'm interested in purchasing for $950,000, almost $1 million. There are 2 approaches I'm considering that I need some advice on. I'm going to go ahead and say neither of these. Let's see. Let's go ahead and open it up. Seems like there's going to be a little, not that much more, but a little bit. And I love these people that do the 1, 2, and neither of them are correct. But we'll see here. So my current home, well, then that wouldn't be a second home then. So you titled it wrong. It's okay. People make mistakes. Let's see. So which is paid off and worth about $500,000 plus $275,000 cash on hand makes for a down payment of $775, leaving me with a mortgage of $175,000. Okay, and so that would probably be the best way to do it. Other than, I'll get back to the other than in just a second. Let's see what number 2 is. Keep my current home and rent it out. You do not become a landlord just because you're deciding to move. That is so dumb. Everybody wants to do that. There are so many people on here and that call the Ramsey show, and just because they decide to move, then all of a sudden they want to be landlords. Never had a thought about it previously, but then all of a sudden, because they're going to move, they do that. So I don't get it. Let's see. Use my $275,000 for a down payment with a mortgage for, and that's going to be a no. And I'll get again more into that, which is about $5,000 a month. I can take the cash flow from the rent. If you get good tenants in there. Maybe you can't get tenants in there. Maybe you get tenants in there, and the second you do that, the roof breaks, and then there's no profit. So you can't count on this stuff. You can't do that, which is why Dave has you buying rental properties full in cash. And you're not going to get a freaking $675,000 mortgage for a house and then rent that out, because that is the same thing as having a paid off house and then getting a mortgage on a rental property. You're just switching them. So that's cheating, and that's a no. Can take cash flow from his rent, which was now about $2,300 a month. Yeah, if nothing happens. If you get good tenants in there and they don't destroy the house and nothing breaks, etc., etc. If you're going to have a management company managing it and you're not doing everything by yourself, that's going to cost money as well. People are dumb when they always say, oh, just rent it out. To bring my mortgage payment down to, which is slightly higher than the mortgage and option number 1. It's a lot higher. So you don't do that. But so here's the thing. What is the other house worth about $500,000? Why do you need to go up to almost $1 million house, first of all? Why do you need to do that? And you can certainly do that if you want, but see, the idea is for you to not keep doing mortgage after mortgage after mortgage as you go up. So the thing to do here would be, you said you would get the 500, and so with the 275,000 cash, that would be 750. So you would only have what would that be 250,000 200,000, right? No, 175,000 difference, something like that. 175 difference. Yeah, 175 difference there. So what you would do is you would save up another 175,000 to buy that house, and that's fine, but you are selling that other house. You are not leveraging to have a rental property. That's a no. So you don't do that. So again, what's wrong with the $500,000 house? Why do you got to move up to an almost $1 million house? That's one. And even if, pay for it all in cash. Or if you absolutely have to, go ahead and get the 175,000 mortgage, but that's not the idea. The idea is just like it's not to continuously have a car payment. You're not supposed to continually have a mortgage payment either. You're supposed to be paid off and done eventually, and then you can trade houses. You can even move up, but you need to move up at the speed of cash. Let's see, the motivation for getting the new home is to accommodate my growing family. What size family you got can't live in a $500,000 house? I mean, is this California or somewhere like that? Dumb. And create opportunities for the future. Yeah, we can rent out the basement. See, dumb as crap. Which could further reduce our monthly payments. Scheming and scamming. Do not do that. I've been mortgage and debt free for about 5 years, and it's really upsetting me. Well, you can certainly go back into debt if you want. And it really troubles me to think about strapping on another mortgage. Then don't. See, that should have been the first sentence. This should be the only thing it said. I mean, it's fine to leave the title. Should I go into debt to buy a second home? And then you only have this in there. And I've been mortgage and debt free for about 5 years, and it really troubles me to think about strapping on another mortgage. Period. And that's it. And you've answered your question whether you should go into debt to buy a second home. The answer is no. Let's see what other. It also troubles me thinking about selling my house since it's paid off and could be a good source for passive income. Nope. How about just stop it there since it's paid off and you just live in it? You don't have to upgrade to that. What would Dave Ramsey do? He wouldn't debt leverage to get a rental property. So weird. People always they say stuff like this. It troubles me to think about strapping on another mortgage. Well, then why you're still thinking about it then? You're still thinking about it. Dumb as crap. Don't do that. You don't leverage to get anything. You save cash for it. Pass Bo 3053. I lost my best friend going debt free. Well, that will happen, but oftentimes when that does happen, they were not actually your friend. If they can only be your friend if you are going out to eat with them and going out otherwise spending money with them, if they can only be your friend, then they're not really your friend. So you're better off. Let's say ever since I started the process, my friend said I was not being myself. Your friend is right. And guess what? Your friend, yourself was stupid, and you stopped doing stupid stuff. I didn't go out as much. She felt awkward talking about our finances with me because she thought I might judge her because I was so intense about my debt-free journey. That's on her. That's got nothing to do with you. That's on her. So you can be friends with people that are in debt. That's fine. I have several, and there's no problem with them. Family members as well. Got no problem. You have to decide what to do that's best for you. And so if the friend, supposed friend, quotes, is gonna have it be a problem, if it's a problem for the friend, then and can't be your friend anymore, that's up to her. That's all on her. None of that's on you for trying to better your finances. That should have nothing to do. That decision should have nothing to do with her because she doesn't get a vote. Let's see. For context, I started a faceless Instagram page to track my debt-free journey. Fabulous. It is a few hundred followers on the same path. Great. We encourage each other, and I post something every day. I'm currently on day 256 of my debt-free journey. Great. Post content includes monthly goals, no spend activities. I'm enjoying money, saving hacks, and how I'm gamifying paying off my debt. Okay, right. Like treating it as a game. Sure. Whatever works is fine. For sure. It was a hidden secret. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Here's the tea coming. That's what the kids say for drama. It was a hidden secret account, but she caught me on it. The kids say that too. They do at the end of every word. No. And started following despite me telling her not to. Friends that don't listen to. Hashtag boundaries. Paging Dr. Cloud. Paging Dr. Cloud. Henry Cloud wrote a book called Boundaries. I was ashamed of my money situation, so avoided talking about finances with anyone. At the beginning, she made fun of me and said I'd drop off, which hurt me more than I'd like to admit. Right. Everybody thinks they know. Everybody thinks they know that kind of stuff. A lot of it is because they feel attacked themselves because they aren't smart enough to do the same darn thing. Dumb as crap. So again, not your friend, dumb. I don't think you need her. Let's see. I tell her to stop mocking or mimicking me, but to be honest, definitely be honest. Always be honest. Just be honest. Don't say you're being honest. She'd only do it more. I stopped talking to her. That's fabulous. That's ridiculous. I mean, there's John Deloney busts chops all the time. I do that with my friends all the time. And that's fine. But when you tell somebody to stop and they're your friend, guess what they do? They listen and they don't keep doing that. I stopped talking to her in the last few months. Now she's blocked me on social. Great. You're better off. She wasn't your friend. She was only your friend when she had somebody to spend money with. In any case, I paid off 16,000 bloody quid of debt. So this is over the pond. So I wish I knew that. I would have done all of this in an English accent. And I have 5K bloody quid left. That's English pounds, love. Which should be gone by my 35th birthday in a few weeks. I will be able to say I am consumer debt free. And it breaks my mind, to think of how I got here and what I had to sacrifice. You didn't have to sacrifice her. She sacrificed you. She chose to do that. Nothing you can do about that when people are like that. By March, I will have saved 4 months emergency fund due to some bonus payments approved. I don't have kids yet, so I'll be moving to baby step 6 by June. Great. I'm so happy to be in control of my life again, but I feel I lost a friend. Exactly. You're putting it in quotes, so you know that that person was not your friend. That was just somebody that wanted to, if they only want you around to spend money on, to spend money with at the same time, and she didn't support you in something you decided to do, something obviously important, anything involving money is important, then she wasn't your friend. Like I said, she was imperfect and our relationship was flawed, but she's the one I wish I could call when that final payment gets made. You still can. If she blocked you on social, doesn't mean she blocked your actual number, so you can try it. I would try it and still call her. You know, at least you can give it, you can get a last shot in there, and you can say, I didn't fall off, but, you know, and then you can call whatever your favorite slur name or whatever, something like that if you want. Or you can just take the high road and just forget about it. Up to you. Let's see, what was it? Where did it say? Not being myself. Made fun of me and said I'd drop off, right? And you can just say, I didn't drop off nothing. I didn't drop off, eh? They don't say A, that's Canada. All right, but yeah, that's gonna happen. You're gonna lose so-called friends, and if you do, they were never your friend to begin with. Allergic to cats, 40. It's not very fun. Paying off car debt. I need some advice. My debts currently are a car, 31K, and a truck, 23K. Sorry, Saru, checking. Oh my goodness. So many blessings. I need some advice. My debts currently are a car, 31K, and a truck, 23K. I have 30K in savings, and I'm thinking of taking my original contributions of 15K from a Roth IRA that I have. Nope, you don't do that. You don't tap retirement. The only time you tap retirement is in retirement, or if you are trying to avoid a foreclosure or bankruptcy, which in that case, you might have to do that anyway. I also use a Vanguard whole market ETF that has 21K in it. Now that you can do if that's just a brokerage account that's not tax advantage and there's not going to be any penalties, you can take that out. Sure, go ahead. Is it smart to use that money to pay off my vehicles or just keep making the payments? The car has about 5 years left and is 5.5% with 665. That's a lot. How much is it? The car is why do you need a car and a truck? Why do you need a car and a truck? If this is two people, why are you taking it on like it's yours? As well. And so you pick one vehicle. If you're one person, you don't need two different vehicles. And so sell the car. That's worth more probably. So sell the car. Sell the car and pay for the other one by taking the money out of the brokerage account. Do not take it out of the Roth account. And yeah, you can take contributions out, but don't do that. You don't need to. You just need to sell one of these vehicles. Oh, and also you have 30K in savings, and so you're doing it wrong. Let's see what savings we should have while we have non-mortgage debt. Let's see. Step 1, save $1,000 when you start an emergency fund. Step 2, pay off all debt except the house using that snowball. I don't see anything here about save up another $29,000. I do not see that here. So you're debt leveraging in order to have savings is what this person is doing. So that's what debt leveraging means. There's no, by doing the baby steps and your house going up in value or you not having a house, none of that is involving leverage. Like the person misunderstood apparently. Oh, let's see. A couple more. Tall Independence 539. We do have the Easton live stream tonight. Probably started about 7:15 or so, something like that. You can go hang out there and see what's up with the ambiance there, the atmosphere, and of course they have tons and tons of decorations. It's a huge tree. 19 and homeless with a car. Work a minimum wage job and my car is fully paid off. Just owe insurance. I make $1,600 to $2,000 a month. Have 23 in savings. I feel pretty secure at the moment. It's only been a week or two, but I'm definitely concerned because I've never supported myself before. Right now I'm enrolled in school and I owe about $400 for my classes, which I'm willing to spend. Okay. I'm also trying to save at least $5K for an emergency fund, just in case my car takes an S. I really do not want to be on the streets because that would obviously suck. Indeed, my spending habits are not bad, and why are you homeless? Are not bad. I'm only spending maybe $150 a week, if that. I'm just looking for advice and whatnot because I'm definitely a dumbass. Okay, well, try to get a better job than the minimum wage job. Try to make more money. But anything helps. Thanks. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I would have many questions for you. And where were you living before? And why can't you live there anymore? Did you get kicked out? Is it because you all of a sudden don't make enough money? How did that happen before? Were you putting it on debt? Many questions here, but basically try to make more money so that you can rent somewhere. If you're in a school, maybe they have cheap options for you. Check with the guidance office on that. Bernard 2023 sign on bonus. My new job is giving me and I. That's a different and I. We did All I Want for Christmas earlier, and now we're doing, what is that? Hit Me Baby One More Time. Baby One More Time is the name of that song. And that's an and I in there, and that's awesome. Perhaps a tribute to I don't know, maybe Britney thought it up herself, or whoever wrote that song. Max Martin probably wrote that. He wrote all the kids' songs back then for the Backstreet and NSYNC and Britney. My new job is giving me a 10K sign-on bonus with my first check in January. Great. What should I do with it? I'd like to buy stocks, but I have a ton of debt I'm paying down. Hey, guess what? Have you read the baby steps? Have you read the baby steps? Save $1,000 as fast as possible, so you use it to that if you don't have the $1,000 starter emergency fund. Let's see what number 2 is. Pay up debts from smallest to largest. I don't see anything here about investing and buying stocks, which you wouldn't do that either. You would buy mutual funds instead. But that's not till step 4, so you're planning it wrong. You're doing it wrong. Does it make sense to put it towards a long-term investment? No, it does not. Or pay the debt. Pay the debt. Look at the baby steps. They're right here. They're right here on Mr. Ramsey's page. He's the no debt guy. Do you think he's going to tell you to debt leverage so you can have stocks? No, he's not. Edit. My apologies for not being specific on the debt. Still navigating Reddit. I have 10K and none of that matters. None of that matters to answer the question. None of that matters. The amount, I mean, it could be $2. It would still be, you would put the first $2 of that 10,000 to pay off that debt. So it doesn't matter. None of that matters. So somebody, I guess, lit him up, or more than one people, 48 people. Somebody said, you didn't tell us how much debt and how much percentage rate and all that. None of that matters. None of it at all. It's not hard. I mean, you have to be really dumb or really not wanting to do the advice, and you're not debt free. You put the debt free flare there. Maybe you thought you're supposed to put the flare that you want to be, and so if he wants to be debt free, great. But that's another reason to pay off the debt instead of try to out earn it. You're not gonna out earn your dumb debt with investments. No retirement. Tough. You have to do the bet. You get yourself into a better position first, so you don't have debt subtracting from your net worth, and then you do your retirement. Thinking the stocks could get me started outside the 401k with new job. You wouldn't do the 401k either until you are completely debt free. So the 10k is not going to get rid of it. It'll get rid of that credit card debt. The mortgage is step 6. You don't pay extra on that until step 6. The 45k in loan, you have to pay that next. And so you do not start the 401k. With the new company, you do not do that. Alrighty. Okay, again, I will be, in addition to that stream tonight, the Christmas Eve stream, live stream with my phone. It'll be my first one. I don't know how to turn out. If it doesn't work out, I'll just do some recordings and then put out a edited video about it. What else? Oh, I'll also be here unless I get a last minute invitation to somebody's house for Christmas dinner or something like that. That'll be around Ramsey show time and the after show time of 5:25 p.m. Eastern time. If I'm home, I'll be doing a Christmas Day after show as well. Maybe another song. We'll see. Oh, so we're going to be done. Yes. Yeah, so I will be doing that. Also, I'll be doing an after show, also New Year's Eve and New Year's Day as well. Again, if I'm not invited somewhere else at some point where my son and I are going to get Mexican, we are trying different Mexican restaurants. Our favorite one closed down during the pandy, closed down, never reopened, and so we've been trying to find another one. I thought that would be fun and nothing crazy. We're doing one a month, so nothing crazy spending involved at all. But we will be doing that at some point after Christmas. But the next new Ramsey show will be on January 2nd. But again, I will be doing after shows after each Ramsey show replay. All right, once again, youtube.com/coachstevemoney is the page, and my financial content for that, you just scroll down. You don't skull. That skull is a different thing. Scroll down to Ramsey Show After Show and the Answering Your Financial Questions playlist, and the music playlist has 11 Ramsey adjacent songs in there. Like one is Dave Cation, certainly deserves it. Dave Cation, time to get away. And basically, it's more about the other personalities. And you belong debt free. You belong debt free. And how to do the baby lives right. So listen to those if you are so inclined. As you found out if you listened to me sing earlier along with Obbs. She's a great singer. I am not, but I don't let that stop me. So if you can do better, you can do any of my Ramsey songs. Send me a recording of you doing it. And I'll play it on the after show for sure. Aslan, what up? Merry Christmas to you. Thank you so much for dropping by to say that. That is very nice. Alrighty, once more. Not just some guy on the YouTube. There's a lot of guys on the YouTube, but I am actually a Ramsey Solutions certified financial coach, and you, yes, you. If you are having money problems or you just want to make sure you're on the right track, you can schedule a free financial coaching consultation with me at calendly.com/coachstevemoney. That is in the description as well as in the ticker below. I'm going to restart it because I didn't talk fast enough. It's also in the video description. You can email me at coachstevemoney@gmail.com. You can email me at coachstevemoney@gmail.com. Donations, paypal.me/coachstevemoney. Not having a good day today, apparently. CashApp, $CoachSteveMoney, or Walmart gift card to, again, coachstevemoney@gmail.com. Upcoming streams, just this one, other than the decoration stream tonight around 7:15. I'm going to try to go live from Easton Town Center in Columbus, OH. But the upcoming streams after show is going to be Ramsey show show is going to be 5:25 p.m. Eastern time every single weekday after all the replays, and of course it will continue after that as well. After the first new show of the year, that'll be on January 2nd, but replays until then. Alrighty, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, like, and comment, and thank you so very much if you have done that already. That is awesome. And as always, make smart financial decisions every day, and Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy New Year, and that's it. Thanks.